This week, we're lifting the lid on how to run to be an MP, and helping me talk us through it is Benedict Pringle, an expert in political marketing, who, in his new book, Primed, says he has the answers to win the nomination of a party and become a candidate for election. Hi, Benedict.
Hi.
I want to be an MP. Sorry, that is not a statement of resignation from Times Radio. If one wants to be an MP, rather, how should I go about it? How do I convince the party membership to pick me? What are the narratives? You write about 5 narratives in your book. What are they?
So in my book, Primed, I've said that there are 5 election narratives which have been proven to be particularly effective time and again in different parties, in different countries, in different geographies. And having a really clear election narrative about why the electorate should choose you and why now and why not one of your opponents is a fairly crucial element to it. Lots of candidates think it's enough just to list their experience or their accomplishments in any sort of hodgepodge order, but actually what we know is that a very simple and clear narrative on a sort of a single story is what voters tend to find most persuasive.
And talk us through just quickly some of those narratives. You've got the achiever, the phoenix, the protector.
Yes. So the protector narrative is if you are standing and you want to be a continuity candidate. So if you are, say you're standing in the Labour Party and you want to let people know that you are going to be Keir Starmer's, candidate in this particular election, and you're going to carry on the good work that Keir Starmer is doing, you might want to sort of pick out any of the candidates who you think might be a threat to that, and explain how, because you and your experience and your close relationships with Keir Starmer and the leadership of the party, you're going to be able to defend against any possible threats that might be made to the established order. And so your whole narrative should be about how you're so experienced and about why you are best able to keep a steady ship and keep everything going in the right direction. On the other hand, for example, if you're not a fan of Keir Starmer and you think there's lots of people in your constituency who are also not fans, the narrative you might want to choose is the outsider. So the outsider is the rebel. It's and it appeals to people's instincts to push the red button when they're not meant to, and sort of spit the dummy and say no more of this.
Which very much worked for people like Jeremy Corbyn, indeed Liz Truss. Benedict, really sorry, we've got to cut this discussion short, but people interested in that strategy can, of course, read Benedict Pringle's new book, Primed, which gives people the answers to win the nomination of a party and become a candidate for election. Really fascinating and timely book from Benedict Pringle. Do check that out. A lot of aspiring politicos, indeed successful politicos, listen to this show, so they'll definitely want to read Primed by Benedict Pringle. Well, don't go anywhere in the meantime, if you're listening, because it's time for the Midday Update.